Such unfortunate pain and sadness. I really didn't know how to bring this news to you. I was trying to think of ways to break the story, but it's very difficult for me. So please give me some time to get my words together. It's unfortunate, but apparently, as of today, the Black Panther video game that everybody was waiting for is officially going to be canceled by EA. And the studio that was behind the game, Cliffhanger Studios, has officially jumped off the cliff. And they are no longer with us. It has gone from Wakanda forever to Wakanda never. It's very sad. Very sad. So, Black Panther is, everybody knew this game was going to be a trash heap. Okay. Everybody knew this game was going to be a trash heap. And the reason why is because, quite frankly, we saw what some of the mindset of some of the developers were when we were initially talking about like SBI and whatnot last year. Let me do you guys a favor and let me just turn your memory on a little bit. Okay. So Black Panther, one of the developers over at Black Panther, one of the writers, whatever the fuck it was none other than this woman right here. Okay. So this is Danny Lalanders. Danny Lalanders is somebody who initially hired an all-black team because she felt unsafe working with white people when she was making the video game Validate that was very successful on Steam. Let me remind you guys how successful Validate was on Steam. So this is the game. This is the game that was made by an all-black studio because they thought white people were dangerous. Validate. Okay? Validate. Currently has one person jerking off to it daily. It looks like they finished because they're not playing it right now. And it had an all-time peak 2.5 years ago of 80 people. Okay? Yeah, this game. In case you guys forgot what this game is. Again, very successful. Very, very, very successful. I could see how you go from this to Black Panther. I could see it. I could see it. You guys need to stop being fucking bigots in the chat. You guys see it too. Stop lying to yourself. Okay? Stop lying to yourself. This is an amazing video game. Okay? This is an amazing video game. I mean, just look at these characters. You have an HR specialist, she and he, pronouns. You got a very hairy armed woman because it's totally not a woman. Yeah. So this was a very success. Bro, I don't even know what the fuck this is. This was a, bro, this, no, I'm not going to say it. This was a very successful video game. Okay. So to go from that to Elden Ring, I'm sorry, to Black Panther, I could see that. I could see that. Right. So let me just bolster your memory a little bit so you guys can remember who we're dealing with here and who just recently lost their job. Here we go.
I have a team of 21 right now for Validate. It's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games. But who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. And I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me. And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying.
That's literally what she said. That's literally what she said. Right? Like word for word, that's literally what she said. She said the only way she can feel safe is if she's around people that look just like her. So what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? That means no white people. That means white people are dangerous. So let me finish the clip and then we're going to
saying that sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they think that something made okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while they're trying to make a game that they love.
Okay, so when this video dropped, she essentially openly admitted to hiring based off of race, which is something that they try to say they don't do. But this is literally them admitting that they did that. You admitted that you hired someone based off their skin color. You discriminated against white people, which is hilarious, by the way. You openly admit that, right? So anybody could have sued her ass if they applied for a job, but that's neither here nor there. She don't got any money to sue over anyway. So now that brings us to this story here, where Black Panther, the game that she got transferred over to, is officially canceled by EA, and the studio is being closed down. Gee, I wonder why that is. So this game has been in development hell for a little while now. I'm sure she's going to blame the white people that made the decision behind this because they were white probably. EA has canceled the Black Panther game that was in development and shut down its developer, Cliffhanger Studios. According to IGN's Rebecca Valentine, who I feel like is the only journalist left at IGN. Is there any other gaming journalist that's out there that is working at IGN? I don't know. Because anytime they reference an IGN article, it's only Rebecca Valentine. It's the only name that comes up. EA Entertainment President Laura Miele sent a memo to company staff announcing the cancellation of the game and the closure of the studio. These decisions are hard. Oh, are they really that hard? Are they really that hard? Because I'm pretty sure everybody else is doing this. I'm pretty sure. They affect people we worked with, learned from, and shared real moments with. What did you learn? Did you learn who not to hire? Did you learn what not to do, finally? Did you learn that? We're doing everything we can to support them, which includes firing them. This is great. Including finding opportunities within EA, where we've had success helping people land in new roles. Sure. How many of these developers do you think they're actually saving? Can we be real here? How many people do you think they're actually saving right now out of whoever's in the studio? I don't know how many people are in the studio. Miele also said the decision was made to sharpen our focus and put our creative energy behind the most significant growth opportunities. So basically, Black Panther was considered a game that was not going to help EA grow at all and was going to cost them money. So they decided to kill it off before it got too far. This is basically EA's version of the Wonder Woman game. So now we have Wonder Woman, who was being written by activists. That game got shut down, and Monolith Studios got shut down. Now you got Black Panther that was being written and developed by activists, and now that game got shut down, and this studio got shut down. So what the fuck, bro? When are we going to seriously sit down and talk real business and understand that these people are bad for business? They're bad for business. Like, you have let this shit you have fostered an environment where these people have been let loose and they've been allowed to just do whatever the fuck they want. And now you're catching up. Now you have no choice but to let them go and fire them. And you're going to sit here and pretend like you're totally transferring them to other places in EA. Yeah, you said the same thing about the BioWare developers that got fired. And the majority of them are still out of a job. The majority of them are still out there looking at the fact that they're on LinkedIn right now looking for jobs. They're like hashtag whatever. Hashtag, what is it? Hashtag ready to work, ready for work, something like that. Something like that, right? So it says IGN adds that EA declined to reveal how many people were being let go as a result of the studio closure and game cancellation. Valentine says that the layoffs are less than 300 cuts from April, but couldn't confirm how much less. Wow, so this was almost 300 people? This was almost 300 people? Seriously? There was almost, goddamn, bro. Almost 300 people working at the studio. It was also said that the staff on both its mobile and central teams were being let go. Damn, so they don't even care about mobile. They don't even care about mobile. And the sad thing is that they're probably making way more on mobile than they ever were on anything else. And they were like, you know what? Nope, we're going to get rid of mobile too. We don't give a fuck. EA is attempting to place affected employees elsewhere in the company, but wouldn't say how many it can move. Of course they're not. Of course they're not going to say how many people they're going to move, because they're only going to move the very few that are actually worth it. Everybody else is getting kicked the fuck out. Everybody else is gone. Goodbye. Now you're going to go on LinkedIn with hashtag ready to work. You know what's going to happen. EA's Black Panther game was first confirmed back in 2023. I guarantee you this game barely moved in the last 2 years since its announcement. I would bet money on it. I would bet money on it. This game has probably barely moved in development, and they realize that the people they put in charge to make the Black Panther game are fucking trash, because they had to make sure that all the DEI hires were working there. Because, you know, you need, what is it? Authentic casting, authentic, all that shit, right? Whatever nonsense they always bring up. Oh, we got to be authentic. The only people that could work on Black Panther are black people, right? It's like that stupid mindset they have. Obviously, it's not only black people, but I'm just saying as a joke, because that's probably the mindset a lot of them had. But that said, details on the game has always been kept under wraps with no official gameplay ever being shown. I wonder if we're going to get any leaked gameplay like we did with Wolverine, which we're going to talk about Wolverine in a second. All that has really been known was that it was going to be a third-person single-player game. Black Panther was part of a 3-game deal between EA and Marvel that included the in-development Iron Man game, along with an unannounced third title. So what happens to this deal then? What happens to this deal? Does this deal just go out the window? If you promise a 3-game deal and you're only going to deliver 2 games, what's happening here? I'll say it like this, though. Things are not looking good, right? Because movie-based video games are that are basically trying to follow in the footsteps of Batman, Arkham series, and obviously Spider-Man. These games that are trying to follow in those footsteps now, they're all getting canceled. And they're getting canceled because of the way that they're being handled by these terrible developers and these activists that are writing these video games. It is not looking good. Wonder Woman, canceled. Black Panther, canceled. You got Wonder Woman being the showcase for feminism. You got Black Panther being the showcase for black people. Both of them canceled. Who's next? Who's next? Wolverine? Is it Wolverine? I don't know. Have you seen Jean Grey? Let me see if I can find the picture. Have you seen Jean Grey? Look at this, bro. Look at this, bro.
Holy shit.
Have you seen Jean Grey? It ain't looking too good, man. It ain't looking too... You need to repent. You need to repent for that comment. She has seen things. She definitely has seen things for sure. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yep. She got hit in the face with a fucking dirty skillet. Kill it with fire. Oh man. Listen, so things are not looking too good. Let's just put it like, is that Mary Jane? No. That's Jean Grey. That's Jean Grey, man. So things have not been looking too good, right? So let's go over to this tracker, because we got some. Again, we have the unemployment tracker. This is what we're calling it, the unemployment tracker. So again, we have some new additions since we last used this. Obviously, you got Respawn Entertainment firing 100 people, 100 plus. Electronic Arts firing another 300 people, right? Mainframe Industries firing 17 people. I don't know what the fuck Wooga is, but they fired 50 people. Uncapped Games from Tencent firing 40 plus people. So when this gets updated, because this was last updated on the 25th, right? So this is going to be updated pretty soon. When this gets updated, you're going to have to add that studio to this collection. Bro, this number is going to keep going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. I don't know what it's going to take, man. At the end of the day, I think what gamers can find solace in is that even if it looks like people are failing upwards, I want you to realize that no matter what, reality is gonna set in. No matter what, reality is gonna set in at some point in time, no matter what. And while they were able to get away with it for a while, after a certain point in time, the money's gonna dry up. The patience is gonna dry up. And reality is going to come knocking on their door like, hey, I'm here to collect now. I'm here to collect. Does anybody genuinely believe that Black Panther was going to be a good game? What are the chances of Black Panther being a good game when you have somebody on that team who, by the way, there was other people like that on that team as well that thought exactly just like her? But you have people on that team that claimed they felt unsafe working with white people. So what did Danny do when Danny was working at Black Panther? Did she just work in her own cubicle surrounded by only other black people? Did they have a squared off section in the office that was only for black people? Were they practicing segregation in the company or something like that over at EA? Did you have a black only square box? Or like, what did you do? What did you do? And on top of that, keep in mind, she was a former employee of Sweet Baby Inc. on top of that too. So you got a former SBI employee saying that she feels unsafe around white people, that she only hires people of color. Now she's working on a game that has white people on the game. What the fuck? What did you do? Or did you work remotely? Were you one of the few workers that EA allowed to work remotely because you didn't want to go into the office with those unsafe whiteys? What did you do? Regardless, it all comes at some point in time. It always comes down. Reality sets in at some point in time. So, unfortunately for Danny Launders, she's unemployed right now. I'm sure she will find another job. But as of right now, not so much.